It is our second day here in the Aran Islands on Inis Mór. It's much foggier and cloudier today than it was yesterday, which we kind of love because we love that weather. We haven't had any weather like this in Ireland yet. But we're just gonna go explore on the bikes again today and we'll bring you guys along. Our butts are very sore because we are not used to riding bikes, so this is gonna be interesting. Ouch.
This is gonna be painful. My butt is so bruised, you wouldn't even believe. Alright, so the Aran Islands are known for the certain sweater making. Amy's mentioned it before, they have specific patterns and everything. And so we wanted to go into a sweater market and check it out, and that's where we're going right now.
Okay, we're kind of freaking out right now because we just found something that talks about like the Long clan of Ireland. Our last name is Long.
Wait, I always thought my name was English.
Yeah, just English. Everything I've ever looked up said English. But then we were coming into the store and they have like all of these scarves that you can see here. It's like clan names on them and like their clan history and all of this stuff. So, I'm gonna flip it around. There's our family's crest, like Irish crest. And it just says the Long clan of Ireland. And apparently our name means seafarer. This is all news to us though because we've never seen anything that said Long was an Irish last name, but I mean we are in Ireland, so that's pretty cool. It's Marshall's last name. You know, I took it when we got married, but very cool.
The problem with all this beautiful handmade stuff is that it's really, you know, expensive, and being on a budget kind of limits us, you know, so. But I love walking around looking, you know, it's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, here in Ireland, they are a hardy people. And behind me, there's a little body of water. You can walk right down these steps. The water is just right there. And there's somebody swimming.
I'm being very coerced to swim.
You feeling it?
I didn't wear my bathing suit though.
So today is much more blustery than yesterday, but Amy and I, we like that kind of weather, so we feel very lucky to have a day like this and a day like yesterday where it was very sunny, because it feels like this is more to suit of the island. And we've been passing old people and we're saying good morning to them. They're like, oh, 'tis a lovely morning. And it's just, we just love this island. I love it so much.
Okay, we have made it to the far eastern end of the island of Inis Mór.
That right there, can't go any farther. Out there is
one of the other Aran Islands. I can't remember if it's Inis or Inish something else. It's one of the Inishes.
Different island.
Right out there. But we're gonna go check out this beach really quick, and then we're going to time ourselves going all the way to the other end of the island. So it's 11 miles across the island. I don't know if that's like how far we'll actually ride because the road doesn't actually go from end to end. But we're gonna make some stops along the way. That's some really cool things to see. Pretty quickly after we head back this way, we're gonna try to go see what's called the puffing hole. It's like a spout where the sea comes in. And then there's like a couple of other ruins we might stop and see. We're super excited to explore. Okay, that's about a 1 minute ride. And that's 1 kilometer up to the puffing holes. leaving the bikes. Here we go.
So I was just saying to Aim, as you're driving around here, you know, Ireland and Scotland, it's like the home of golf. And I'm a big golf fan, and I was just saying to her, I can see how the introduction of the hazard in the game of golf, of the sand trap, or otherwise known as the bunker, came into play, because as we're like walking around here, there's just these natural bits of sand, and they're like little pockets along, you know, the green grass. And I was telling Amy, I was like, those look like natural bunkers. So I can kind of see how that became, you know, a hazard. I'm sure early on in the game of golf, someone was like, nope, you gotta play it. It's in the trap, you still gotta play it. And then it just became a big thing in golf. We threw in the towel on the puffing holes. This is supposed to lead you to them. This little thing says 1 kilometer. So we followed this road 1 kilometer up, and it just led us to a fence. It led us like that way. We think what these signs mean is that the puffing holes are literally 1 kilometer, like if you just like as the crow flies. And apparently it's common practice to like hop fences and stuff here. That's how you get to the wormhole. But we just didn't feel comfortable with it, so we're not gonna do it.
So much
now we're gonna go where?
We are going to, let's look on the map. I want to go to the Church of St. Benin, and that's on our way back. It's just like, boop, you just come right off the road, and it's very easy to get to. So that one is not going to be elusive.
Let's go do it. Okay, we got another change of heart. We're no longer going to that little church. We're gonna try and go to the 7 churches. It's a bigger complex. That little church was just like the remnants of a very old church. I'm sure it's cool. We kind of decided like, nah, let's try and go to the Blackfort instead. Blackfort is one of the many forts on this island. It's one of the cool ones, but apparently it's a little hard to get to. So hopefully we can get to that one, as well as the fort we were at yesterday. We're not gonna go back there, but the fort was super cool. So we're gonna go check out the Blackfort instead.
We're headed up to Dún Dúchathair. Dúchathair, I don't know how to say it. Or 1 minute. Yeah, we're headed up to Dún Dúchathair, I don't know. It's up this very rocky road, so we parked our bikes, locked them up next to this beautiful little cow. We're heading up, hopefully it's worth it.
If you come do this trail, it's not that strenuous, but you gotta wear shoes with a thick sole, because these rocks hurt if you have thin soles, which I do.
I don't, and it's not hurting me. It's one worse. Whew.
Yeah, Amy's got good rain boots. Mine are good too, but they're meant for like bogs, like marshes, not this. In terms of strenuousness to like get up here, I'd give it like a 3. Lots of dried cow patties, but we're coming right up on the cliffs. What did you find?
The most magical snail shell.
Whoa.
Marsh found a snail shell when we were in Slovenia.
It looks like a galaxy. Hang on to that.
I found a snail shell here. What?
This is like the craziest terrain I've ever experienced in my life. It's so like rugged and ragged and alien. It looks like this for probably the next like quarter mile.
Whoa. You feel like you're gonna drop down into the ocean through these rocks. Like there's some pretty jagged like crevices.
And then there's like these huge walls that run all the way. There's like one little spot to get through. It's kind of like doing a maze. Somehow Amy spotted a cow up here. There's 2 cows up here. They're like on the verge of death. I'm so happy they kept this rugged though, and like didn't build an easy pathway out there. Yeah, they built these like tall markers. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. That kind of like lets you know where you're going. And without them, you'd get lost up here. It's like a disorienting place, kind of.
It's like a creepy magical fortress.
Yeah.
Look at this now.
Wow. Oh my God, we are. The entrance is really close to the edge. So we're at the entrance, and it's right next to this super sheer cliff. Yeah. So here it is. Here's the Black Fort. Really amazing, dude. The water here too on this side is so blue. I don't know what it is, but it is crazy blue. So that is a cliff edge. I want to go like right out there. I would pay 10 euro to come here, and the other one should be free. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I was just saying to Marsh, this is more, this is better to me than Dún Aonghasa. Aonghasa is very cool, but the journey to get out here, it's just like insanely beautiful. Like this bay, I don't know if it's because it's cloudy or what, but it's just like so like vibrantly blue.
Like ice blue.
Like aquamarine. And I think it's just this bay. It must be like shallow or something. I don't know. It's beautiful. And the black cliffs, like, wow.
It's amazing. And you just like look down and there's all these like jagged alcoves, dude. All right, aim. It's time to throw it up.
Taking a picture on the edge.
Amy did not like that.
But really, you do have to be pretty careful here. I mean, it's just sheer cliffs and there's no one here to help you or save you if you fall in. I do think you might survive from here, but yeah, there's no one here to help you if you fall in, so you'd probably die.
Yep.
Best thing to do in terms of like exploring on the Aran Islands so far that we have done, other than like riding your bike or like eating delicious food, this is the thing you have to do. If you can only do one thing, Black Fort.
I 1,000,000% agree. Like, totally agree.
And if you're of able body, because it definitely isn't not easy to get out here. You have to crawl over a lot of like rocks, and it's not like strenuous, but yeah, it takes a while to get out here, and it's not super easy.
And if you want to swim back to North America, it's no big deal. You just, 2,000 miles straight out there and you're good. You're home. No big deal. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cows that live up here, right on the edge of the cliff. There were cow patties in the fort. They're living the life of luxury up here. It's really bumpy.
Go, Marsh, go. A little update: Marshall's chain fell off, but he MacGyvered it, got it back on. He is very covered in grease now.
I can ride though.
But we were gonna come to this little place, it's the Aran goat cheese farm, but it looks like they're closed. We are a little bit late in the day, and it's ahead of the busy season, so we're gonna try to ride to the end of the island. Now we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna stop at the 7 churches. Headed right down there. This might be our last stop of the day. We're gonna kind of see, but first 7 churches. We found 2 friends. We're just feeding them some grass, they like it.
Hi guys!
Hi you two!
That's one of the things I just love about this island, is you can just get like super up close and personal with guys like this. You guys are beautiful. Alright, I gotta go down to the 7 churches. 7 churches right down there. Bye.
We're at the 7 churches, far western edge of the island, and I just think very cool to come here and see.
So this probably was like one of the churches, and this was the other, right? This place is really cool. We're just like all by ourselves. You can still see on like the monuments and some of the tombstones like the old Gaelic inscriptions in the stone. Wicked cool. Oh, hi. Alright, so I am not that tall, and I'm 5 inches taller than the doorway, so it just shows people have grown over the years from the 15th century. This building is probably the best preserved out of all of them. There's still like windows of the church still intact. It's cool seeing that kind of history. You know, back in the States, our old buildings are from the 1800s, not the 15th century, you know? So it's just cool to experience this history and be able to interact with it and, you know, get up close and personal to these forts and these churches, go in, touch the buildings, and walk inside of them and really experience it. It's really cool. Love it. Aran Islands is amazing. It's like going back in time.
This church dates back to the 8th century. This one is also insanely cool. You can see the altar up towards the front underneath the window. Just unbelievable.
But you can just picture like people in here for service, and like just all of this architecture stands the test of time. There's probably thatch roof, you know, so it caved pretty quick, but I mean the archways, they'll last another 1,000 years, you know, 10,000 years.
Unbelievable.
This site is called, you know, people call it the 7 churches. And we just counted, there's actually 7 remains of churches. Places have nicknames and you don't necessarily expect them to like live up to the nickname. So we thought it was pretty cool that like there were actually 7 churches here.
On Marshall and Amy. Our time on the Aran Islands is coming to an end.
It's like the worst haircut ever. My mustache is crooked.
We're back in Galway, and it is a beautiful, beautiful spring day.
Great traditional music, beats going, your feet's tapping.